to the Real Estate Scripts Podcast, the show that helps you know what to say when you're talking to buyers and sellers so that you can close more deals and earn more money. I'm Darren Tunstall, a real estate professional, coach, and #1 best-selling author. Let's get into this. Hey there, and welcome to episode 40 of the Real Estate Scripts Podcast. Today, we are going casual and talking about contacting businesses for employee benefits. But first, we're going to take a look at a real-life story from one of our agents and how to handle a commission objection. We're also going to talk about marketing flyers and listing presentations, and then after that, we're going to jump into the script. So, let's just dive right into the main event. And this is a script to approach businesses about offering real estate as an employee benefit. Join us for the exciting opportunity. Here's episode 40, and here we go. As a reminder, the purpose of Scripts and Dialogues is to come, learn, practice, and be prepared to fail forward. This is where we make mistakes and help each other out, but we're mostly interested in seeing how we can get better. First, we read through the script word for word, and then we go back and put it into our own natural tone, style, and phrasing. You won't know what to say until you go through the script. So, with that said, many people will say, that's not how I sound. And I totally get it. That's not how you sound. But that is the reason why we practice every day, so that the script becomes you and in your own voice. So, read it word for word first, then go back and put it into your own natural tone, style, and phrasing, and I think it'll work out. You never know what you're going to get. It's all good stuff. I wanted to go back. How much is the house selling for again? Because we're now, from a script perspective, we're talking about like commission objections, really.
So, roughly around 765.
765. Okay, so let me look at 750. So, do you remember that commission rate chart reference sheet that I created a while back? And
Yes.
I'll share my screen here and we can talk about this really quickly before we jump into the script. So I don't have exactly 765, but we can do 750 or 775. Let's go 750. So if you shot for 6%, see right here at the top, 6%, let's just roll that all the way to the top. There we go. It's approximately going to be $45,000.
Right.
In terms of commission. If it's 550, 41,000, 5%, it's 37,500, 4.5%, 33,750, 4%, 30% is 30 grand. You don't want to go below 4% because per the office and Dan's recommendation, at least our broker, and you'll have to check with your broker if you're listening. But there's a certain point that you want to get to before E&O might not cover in case something happens. So I would say that you have some wiggle room anywhere between, say, 4 to 6%. But remember, in order to attract other agents out there, like the buyer's agents, you are going to want to offer at least 2, 2.5 is ideal. So really you're looking at like a 4.5% where you would keep, or even a 5 where you would keep 2.5, or you can go 2.5. You want to keep a little bit extra, typically like a 0.5%, just because to help you pay for the marketing expenses such as photos and advertising and printing cost and things like that. So, But I mean, when you look at this for a home priced at 750, the difference between 45 and 37.5, or even 30. I mean, it's a little bit of a difference, but when you split it in half, you're talking about $7,500 on your side at the max. So that's from a commission objection perspective. Now, I'm kind of curious, is she looking at what other things is she looking at other than commission?
So far in the text yesterday, it was commission only.
Commission only. So so I would say, looking at this chart, you have some wiggle room to play with, and there's enough money there for everyone to be happy and to make it a win-win. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I was thinking selfishly of like maybe 3% and then 2%. I don't know. So 5%, but 2% on the buyer's agent side.
Well, and generally, if you're asking for 6% and you sell the value on that, you are keeping 3.5% and you're offering the buyer's agent 2.5%. And
Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with that, but we have to show the value, and that's where we really go back into. That's why it's important to get in front of them and show them the whole presentation, and this is what we're
Right.
going to do. So
Hmm.
Emily and Jaman, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this conversation?
I think she should shoot for 6. I don't know. That's how I feel. I think she's, we've done these scripts every day. She's pretty knowledgeable about how she explains it and breaks it down. And I think Debbie, you're perfectly, you're well versed in how to explain it to them and
Hmm.
where the value is.
Well, I was thinking about it because I was kind of here I was wishing that she would get involved. And after the text, I was going, well, uh, maybe I don't want her involved. But
Oh
my fear
no.
too is that what if she does go to one of the companies that, she'll think, oh my gosh, they're only going to charge me such and such. But I did, explain like the hidden costs and all that. So,
Well, remember what we've always said about what an objection means. It doesn't mean that they're saying no or that
Right.
they're trying to argue. It means that they're opening up and having a conversation with you. And that's just a conversation that we have to deal with. Sometimes it comes across as being, negative, but it doesn't have to. It just depends on how we come back and ask those questions. And going to,
because
um,
they're looking for the place where they feel the most comfortable at, right?
That's right. Yeah, and we have to show that value.
You got to show the
So,
value.
here's a presentation. Jaman, you haven't seen this yet. And if you're listening, then I'm on the realestatescriptspractice.com site where you can
Hmm.
view this. But going through this whole home selling process, and we have a script specifically for it, there's actually, as we have identified it, 17 different steps. And here's everything that we're going to do for them. And we've laid it out. It's and then every single script or every single slide here is dedicated to talking about each one of those components of it. And I think after you really show someone
Hmm.
this and really talk to them everything about it, they're going to look at this and say, wow, I want you. I want
Yeah.
you.
So
And
who's
this
getting
is
the money, Debbie? She's getting the money or the parents?
no, the parents.
Okay.
So, and it's not like they're going into, a 7% plus mortgage thing because her parents are moving in with her. So she doesn't have that aspect either,
Mm-hmm.
worrying about having to pay, a high mortgage interest rate. So,
Is she a homeowner?
yes. Mhm.
I don't. I think you definitely need to explain that half goes to the buyer side and you get it half. And it's not like you're walking away with this windfall. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And
Yep.
what that goes to.
Hmm.
And what do you want me to cut out type thing?
Hmm.
Because I think that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember, 1% to taxes, 1% to brokerage, 1% to you. And then looking at how the presentation is laid out, this is where you can go back and say, okay, I said I'm going to do the photos, I'm going to do the social ad, I'm going to do the open houses, I'm going to do the door knocking. Which of these do you want me to pull and not do in order to lower my commission and to make that a more attractive rate so that you do use me? And they're going to,
And in that being said, it might take longer to sell your home if you're not marketing
Mm.
it to the full,
Right. Yeah. No, I agree.
I think you're getting in your own way and in your own head.
Yep.
I kept thinking about last night.
Yeah, I think you're like Emily said, you have done this many times. You talk to many people already as it is. Just get out of your head and follow the process.
That's what Mark was telling me too last night.
Because we're standing outside, we can see. And
Yeah.
you're on the inside. So, and another thing, Debbie, I will point out when we do scripts,
Mhm.
you are so consistent about talking about Keller Williams and the value of using Keller Williams. I don't necessarily do that, but you do it, all the time. So it sounds natural coming from you because
Mhm.
you almost always put that into your script.
Right.
You do. Absolutely, you do. And you have a presentation that we created that's in alignment with everything. And a lot of real estate agents, by the way, a lot of agents that even seasoned agents for that matter, don't even go in with a professional presentation. You've got
Right.
all of that.
Well, and I told you when they canceled the one meeting, I gave the listing presentation. I mean, it wasn't my laminated one or anything, but now I'm curious when I talked who got that, if it was the parents or that got it, or if both have seen it. So I have to find that out.
Yeah, you need to sit down with the actual decision maker. Whoever
Yeah.
is the one that's going to sign. I mean, they can trust their kids all they want or anybody else all they want. They might have some influence over that. But you need to sit down with the decision maker.
Right. Yep.
Which is
All
the
right.
parents, right?
It would, yes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's do this. Let's go let's switch gears and jump back into today's script, which is contacting businesses to talk about employee benefits. So today is Thursday, week 36. We're lead generation still this week, focusing on corporations and businesses. And like I said, today's script is called Contacting Businesses to talk about employee benefits. So the idea, I'll go ahead and set the stage. In this scenario, you are calling businesses to offer real estate as an employee benefit. Your goal is to schedule an appointment with the appropriate person to discuss the benefits of this program and share a marketing flyer. All right, the requirements are to have a marketing flyer for businesses, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. A partner relationship with a lender, a prepared presentation for an in-person meeting, and knowledge of the benefits of offering real estate as an employee benefit. The intention is to call on businesses, present the idea of adding real estate as an employee benefit, and schedule an appointment to discuss the program further. So again, businesses are offering, different types of perks like, employee discounts and vision, dental, things like that. And my question is why not real estate? Why not real estate as a service? No admin fees, no overhead expenses. We manage the whole thing. We're just that go-to person for them. And that's it. So I'll give you an idea of what Debbie and Emily have already seen this, but I'll share the screen as well. If you want to see a copy of this, just go to realestatescripts.com, sign up for an account, and go to marketing, and you can see this. So, but I'll share this. Here's what a simple flyer looks like, and I'll blow that up. And it's just a simple flyer. Simplify the real estate process for employees. Here's what it is. You add your name, your picture to it, and then here's a little bit about you. So this is for our team working on a version which will be uploaded today. And that is going to look just like this. So you'll be able to download this, make it your own, and put your own legal stuff, realtor numbers, documentation, all that type of stuff. So, all right. Who wants to start this conversation out? And we'll go around the horn. Okay. So let me get back.
Okay, so hi, Emily. I was told that you were the person to go to talk about what about the employees benefit packet.
Not sure what that is, but can you explain a little more?
Well, sure. Recently I went to another one of the stores in your company, and Mary Jane suggested me doing the same thing at your location. And what it was I did was I went to one of their Monday morning meetings, and I spoke with the department heads and handed out flyers, etc. But it's to help the employees know what's offered to first time home buyers and anyone else needing to list or sell their list or buy a home. And as you know, incredible perks for employees and companies, um, you know, which they already get is healthcare, dental, vision, employee discounts, things like that. There's no additional overhead costs, and it really helps with the morale of your employees to know that you care about them, building their wealth through real estate.
Well, I guess would be open to hearing a little bit more about it, a little more details.
Sure. And how Mary Jane set hers up was I spoke with her and her department heads at their Monday morning meeting, and then they set up a couple different times, different days of the week, where I would be in their break room and I could talk with, employees individually, and, I give them names of mortgage lenders who are the initial go-to to see, what they qualify for or what they need to do to be able to be pre-approved. And, I'd like to share this with you and your employees. We do have a short presentation that only takes 15 minutes to review. And this could be done at your weekly meeting or one-on-one, whatever works best for you.
Okay. Yeah, we can meet.
Okay. What would be convenient for you? And like I said, it'll only take about 15 minutes, and I will provide all the flyers and the information and a little bio on myself.
Oh, okay. Probably Tuesday afternoons actually work the best for us.
Yes, that would be great. I hadn't told you, but I work at the La Mesa Keller Williams office on the repros team, and we do offer more than just the real estate buying, selling, investing. We also, help employees that need certain vendor needs, such as electricians, plumbing, etc. So I look forward to meeting you, and I'll bring all my information with you, and I will email my contact information should something come up.
Okay.
What's the best email to get in touch with you?
Emily@gmail.com.
Oh, that's easy. Okay, well, thank you. And thank you for taking the time. I know after doing many of these meetings that the employees really value you're taking the initiative to help them. So, and I will see you then on Tuesday.
Thanks, Debbie. Nice talking
Okay.
to you.
Nice talking to you.
Awesome. All right, Emily, you want to talk to Jaman?
Okay.
So Jaman, you're the business owner now. She's calling you.
Okay.
And just in general, just so that you're aware, we like to keep all these scripts fairly positive and moving forward to getting to an appointment, getting to a yes. There's times that we do practice objections and we make it a little bit more difficult, but we want it to be 90% win, 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 win. It's a better mindset, mind share, but there are times that we deal with the difficult conversations too. So
Okay.
cool.
So be nice, Jaman.
I'll try.
Hi, is this Jaman?
This is him.
Hi, my name is Emily. I'm with Keller Williams Realty and the Repros team. Are you
Hey,
the best
Emily.
person to talk to about employee benefits?
Well, when you say employee benefits, what do you mean?
I'm talking about your employee package, like when you bring on new hires, so they have access to their information of healthcare, dental, vision, employee discounts, and things like that. Other
Sure.
perks that maybe your business offers.
Sure. I can hold a conversation with you.
Okay. Well, I have a special program that I think you might be interested in adding to those, and it's real estate services. So, as you know, employees that are invested in their companies are a lot more likely to stay and have a longer tenure if they are homeowners.
Mm.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Yep. So it decreases your employee turnover and actually saves you money in recruiting, hiring, and training costs.
Oh,
How open are you to hearing more about how I can help your employees?
that sounds really interesting. I'd be open to hear a little bit more.
Okay, well, I'd like to share more with you. We have a short presentation that only takes about 15 minutes to review. It talks about how we can help your employees get into home ownership, or even maybe if they already are homeowners, maybe teaching them how to invest and add to their real estate wealth. So
Oh,
what I would like to do is come in and show you my presentation. And if you're on board with it, I can set up a time where I could meet with your employees and see if there's any interest there. And also I have some flyers and marketing materials which you can add to those benefit packets as you bring new employees on. How does that
mm. That sounds really cool. I think the employees here would really, really appreciate that.
Okay, what's the best time, day and time to meet with you so I can show you my presentation?
Usually Mondays are good for me, Monday mornings.
Okay, terrific. How about 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock sounds good.
Okay, and you'd be the contact person I would be reaching out to, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to send you a little bit about me and some of the flyers and presentation materials. What is the best email to email some of this so you can kind of look over it first?
You can use Jamon at gmail.com.
Perfect, Jamon. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you at 9 o'clock. I'll send this materials out to you and also just a little reminder of a calendar invite. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to speak to me. I truly appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.
Awesome. You're a good business owner, Jamon.
I know, right?
All right,
Oh.
Jamon. So you'll talk to Debbie and go for it.
Okay. All right. Hello. This is Jamon. Am I speaking with who's the best person to talk to about your employee benefit package?
Well, we don't really have an employee benefit package. We do have benefits, but they're not like spelled out. Was there, what is this regarding?
Oh, well, let me explain to you. So what we're doing is we're making it simple for employees to buy homes. So what we found out is uh, that employees like to stay longer if they're homeowners with the company. So, it definitely increases your employee retention. So as you know, there are many incredible perks for employees that companies can offer, such as healthcare, dental, vision, and employee discounts, things like that. So, and there's no additional admin or overhead costs. So, so what we do is we're offering the real estate service, real estate as a service. Now, how open would you be to hear more about how we can help your employees?
Well, it sounds interesting. My business is there's employees here 24/7. So some work graveyards, some work mornings, some middle shifts, some late nights. So I don't know how that would work for this, but it sounds interesting.
Well, no, I definitely understand the schedule and employees working around the clock, and I'm open to accommodating to that. My schedule is open. If there's an employee that wants to meet, I will make the time for that employee. So what I like to do though, which Emily is, I would like to share just a presentation. It only takes 15 minutes of your time. I'll send you over the presentation through your email and everything so that you could review it. And when is the best time or the week? When are you free during the week? What's a good time to meet?
Wednesdays, late morning is the best time.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll send you over our packet through email, and that way you can kind of see it before I get there. And like I said, it only take 15 minutes of your time, and I'll just break it down to you, and that way you can see exactly like the flow and the process of the presentation. And then also you can kind of have some information beforehand and let your employees know before I even actually get there. So so perfect. Then we can schedule. You said Wednesday.
Yes,
Eh,
Wednesday, roughly around 11 o'clock.
Okay. So again, and I'll send you over my bio and everything, so you can read through everything, and I'll put you down for Wednesday 11. What's a good email address for you?
DebbieLogan@gmail.com.
Okay, Debbie. Well, I thank you for your time. I know you're pretty busy, and I look forward to meeting you. And like I said, I'll send over that information in email, and you can look it over before I get there Wednesday. How's that sound?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you, Debbie, for your time, and you have a good day.
You do the same. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
You're a rock star.
Yeah,
You're
that was
all
really
rock.
good.
Yeah. The only well, first of all, I want to say good use of what is the best email or what is the good email. You always want to ask them the open-ended question, what is the best versus a yes or no. Like, for example, do you have an email that I can send to? That's a yes or no. You did
Mhm.
not do that. You did the other, which is best because they answered you with the response that you were looking for.
Right.
The only thing that I want to say that I'm going to make a slight revision to this script, where it says when is the best day and time this week. I mean, that is a question, but we also want to name like, hey, I usually have Monday through Friday afternoons available, or Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays between 1 and 5. What day works best for you? So I'm going to make a revision to actually include that. And the reason why is it's really you're protecting your time, you're protecting your lead generation time, and you are the one in control of your schedule. So if they say, for example, let me rephrase it. If, for example, you've time blocked your calendar to lead generate from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock every single day, and then they told you, well, let's go ahead and meet on Friday morning at 10 a.m. Now you have an issue. Do you do your time block, which is for lead generation? Do you do lead generation during the time that you time blocked, which is the most important? Or do you go to the meeting? The answer is there, you can do both. You just have to make sure that you do your lead generation at a different time. All I'm saying is whatever you say you're going to do, do it regardless of what happens at what time. But ideally, name the time, protect your lead generation time. And if you have to miss it for whatever reason, make sure you still get your lead generation in later on. But other than that, that's the script for today. What do you all think?
That was
I
good.
think, yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it.
It's a different perspective. So,
Yeah. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't a business offer that as a service for their employees? That just makes total sense.
I mean, they're
Total
offering
sense.
everything else, right? And
Right.
if homeowners, and my question is, if homeowners are truly staying at their jobs longer because they own a home, well, when they're ready
Yeah.
to sell or invest or buy a new one, then I think I think it would be plausible for a business to offer that as a service. A
Or
while
like
back,
you brought up before, if people are transferring from one, staying in the same company,
yeah,
like Hyatt, you maybe you're moving across country or the next state, and there's already somebody there that you talk to, and they arrange everything.
Right.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, and like mentioned in the past, Pepsi at one point brought me in. I had to fly to Las Vegas for this one, but they brought me in at their healthcare or health fair. Sorry, it was so easy to say healthcare. Health fair that they do 2 times a year, and they still invite me to go. I just don't want to fly to Las Vegas. But twice a year they do this health fair where they felt like real estate is part of the welfare of their employees in terms
Definitely.
of their happiness. And so they invited me. There was only one kind of company, so they invited me as the real estate company to come in, and actually that year I did it. I got 9 referrals out in Nevada, which was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this stuff does work, and it could be businesses of all sizes. It could
Right.
be, a small business of, well, small business by definition, I believe it's 100 and less employees. But I mean, it could be a business of 5, like a dental office, or it could be a business of, thousands, like a Qualcomm. You just have to choose and have the gusto to go out and do it. That's the
Who,
trick, right?
and the person that you're really targeting is the person that's over like human resources, the person that's in charge of human resources and the benefits.
Human resources, business owners, managers,
Mhm.
like that. I mean, if it's a large corporation, chances are you're going to a human resource. If it's a small
Resources.
business, then you're going to go to either the business owner themselves or the person that they put in control for operations.
Right.
Because a lot of operational managers as well will be in control over HR type stuff too. So just all depends on the business itself.
I
All right.
like it.
Anything else to add? Well, then, if there's nothing else, or comments, complaints, or moans or groans, then we're done.
Okie dokie.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank
See ya.
you.
All right.
Hi.
All right. So that's the script. I hope that you found it very useful. To download the script, just go ahead and head over to realestatescriptspodcast.com. There'll be a link there for you to download the script. This podcast is for the purpose of education only, and it does not make any guarantees. We suggest you seek out the help of your broker, coach, or mentor for specific situations. Brought to you by Darren Tunstall at Repros, California DRE number 0185345.